cannot fall into Bigetron's trap.
Even how the Xiao Chao actually to burst the Jing in the middle of the team fight.
And Quill City Mall, this is game number 5 of the best of 7 series. Blue side, we have Wee Trend hailing from PKL, coming from Philippines. On the red side, boys in red. Bigetron carrying the flag of Indonesia. Let's get into it.
Wow, the pressure is on. Arise is getting pressured fully by Ormston, and Ormston doesn't want to leave Arise alone. Maze trying to give the backup, but remember, for the Liu Bang, early damage is not his strongest feat.
And we've mentioned about putting pressure on the jungle area, and Bigetron by Vitality is being effective on that deportment, so they're reacting on that.
They have to back away. Arise's level 2 has the assistant coming in from his team. Fortunately, Zankyu does steal away 2 camps, but 2 punishment freeze onto Maze.
Then he's gonna pressure out, and Delusion gets the first blood. The red robot gets the first kill.
He's at it, he finds a knockup, and he sets the tone for BTR in this game number 5.
Great start by the robots, but we see a lot of pokes also coming in from WeTrend. So there's a bit of a delay on WeTrend's side because they needed to react, and somehow the team fight was kind of stretched at that time. So there is a lead, it's just 500, yes, but if Bigetron by Vitality continues that aggression, then Arise will have a hard time.
Wow, Arise, they need that mirror domain for the team fight. And looking at the mid lane, Neil, with the Xiao Chao, he's gonna be a very delicious target for Arise.
That is indeed truth and told here. Calmly speaking, this game is in favor of Bigetron. We look at the standings. Bigetron is the champions coming in from IKL for WeTrend. If they are able to win this game, they could really bring up the morale of PKL in this nation clash.
That's true, and we also have to consider that for WeTrend, the hero is really on the scaling side. I mean, you have the certification, but it depends if Bigetron by Vitality will allow that level 15 see it to happen on this game. A lot of pressure at the bottom lane.
Zankyu is gonna leave with the Tiger form, the favorite barrage for defensive on the WeTrend. And right now their focus is not on the heroes, but on the objective side.
The trio we talk about, Zan, Armstrong, Zankyu, the trio tower pusher. Look at this tower. 2 minutes 40 seconds. It's already looking like it's going down in the next few waves.
BTR by Vitality is really moving fast against the WeTrend and putting a lot of pressure on the Dolphin side. So for WeTrend, the good thing is that there is that sharing of gold for mid and the jungle, so they're speeding up things for Arise.
Arise definitely needs to find those important assassinations here. Neil, Zankyu are the primary targets here coming in for WeTrend's Arise. Level 6 to level 6 in that jungle department. More pressure on towards Zankyu. Very well played by the duo coming in from Ormston and also Zan from Bigetron.
Wow. When we go in Indonesia, Tagi, we call it PT Bongkar Tower.
And what does that mean?
Yeah, because this one meta focuses on the destroying of the towers of the enemy team.
They're doing a very good job, exactly. They're putting so much pressure on towards Darfin and Maze here. But Honey Sweet Breeze catches Arise.
The meteor kill connects to the backline, that Liu Bang, the combo, and Neil still survives. Beyond miracle, and Maze is gonna be taken down. Arise is gone too. The double for Bigetron by Vitality.
It was looking like a good re-engage coming in for the side of WeTrend here, but the cavalry coming in from Zankyu and Armstrong once again, finding 2 quick return kills, putting BTR strong 3-1.
Definitely BTR won that skirmish, and at the same time we have to commend those skills coming in from Ormston. He knew that there was a threat from WeTrend and he went there and just stopped majority of the players, as to why BTR, they are on the lead and securing that Tyrant.
Oh, but Ormston, he knows and he wants to take it. But right now, he's just opening the vision for Zankyu. And without the smite, I think Zankyu is going for that Overlord. He's gonna play safely right now, trying to target the Yangtze, but the Liu Bang's here with them. He's not gonna move to that offensive side early on this page.
To be fair, we can consider that for BTR, they are moving again on areas wherein they know as to where WeTrend will go. So they're one step ahead against the WeTrend. Now for WeTrend, the only thing that they can do as early as this game is that somehow give space on the Marco Polo on Darfin. That's why we could see the Liu Bang rotate on this area.
But the engage comes through bot side as Tubbs getting himself into a comfortable position, pushing away Darfin here. That is still minion wave going in favor of BTR as the classmate does successfully defend the bottom tower.
Wow, BTR moving like a steady engine, backup after backup, and team fight so clean that WeTrend struggle to find 1 point of mistake. And Tubes, the leap in the front line. Universal Law connects to Maze. It's gonna be taken down. What an offense from BTR.
Okay, 4-1 is our score, and this is what you said, Rookie. BTR is moving in a way that they're focused on taking down the turrets, as there is gonna be another skirmish at the top.
Very clean game so far coming in from Bigatron. They are systematically removing all these towers here coming in from WeTrend's map. Yet to see any combination being carried out by Arise and Maze. And that Liu Bang on the Filipino roamer side is just going down so hard in this game 5.
And it's gonna be hard for Arise because it's the blue buff that could be taken by BTR any time of the day. So 4-1 still for BTR. They're controlling the tempo of this game. We could probably say that around 8 minutes or maybe even 9 minutes of this game, we could see that damage from Aaron. But with the current situation of things, it will be hard for them to kind of stretch this more.
I like it. I like it. I like how BTR play with the 4-1 formation, but right now Universal Law connects. Zanki with that leaping tiger form. He's gonna disengage. He's gonna try to defend, and disengage he does.
They need to find more lead here coming in for the side of Bigatron. For Darfin, Aaron, and Arise, they scale really well towards that late game department here. ZonQ and Ormslam needs to deal more damage, more structural damage against WeTrend's map.
By the way, smart itemization on Neil on this Splendor. So it's as if that whenever there is a threat from anyone on WeTrend, he uses the ultimate and at the same time uses the
Ooh, but
Splendor.
look at that Ormston, the initiation, so beautiful! It could make me cry! Ormston does it again! 1 point kill for Ormston, but right now the Fever Brothers connects to the backline. 2 BTR players are down. Arise coming in late. Splendor for the savior. Neil, he's gonna back down again. Almost everyone is down, but WeTrend still has a sliver of health.
Very close engage between the two teams. It could go so ugly for the side of BTR if Neil or Zan were to fall. So far, it is still looking like a kill advantage in terms of BTR, but still, WeTrend managed to get 2 for 1 in that exchange.
And even for WeTrend, at least the lead of BTR doesn't go like around 2,000, something like that. Take note, Aaron is at 201 on the Zia, continuously farming or continuously leveling up on this game. Bigatron by Vitality, as long as they're able to pull off those 100 sweet freezes from Neil, then they can go for the burst. And again, the positioning of Ormston is just on point that for WeTrend, it's hard for them to penetrate that formation.
Exactly the case here. Ormston on this Lucian. Without the flash, it's very difficult to find those big engages here. And right now, at the 8th minute mark, 1,000 goal lead in favor for the robots here as Arise does not find the smite, has to use the mirror domain to bail out of safety.
Now here's the thing for WeTrend. They're trying to stretch the game by having the Liu Bang and as other players of the team to go for the split push. So they know that it's not advisable for them to go for the team fights, and we see that Universal Law. So there's the damage already for Aaron. So they're just grouping up for this game. Now BTR by Vitality, they're ready for another team fight. Look at the position again. They're finding Darfin or any player.
He's gonna try to engage. Disengage he does. Ormston is gonna fall back. And I was trying to say how durable Ormston was, because eating a lot of damage from WeTrend and barely getting half HP, it's such an amazing feat while using Lucian, a hero with minimal defense.
He's a tanky boy that we talk about here. The roamer surprise pick coming in from Ormston as we see. Hubs riding the motorcycle here, wanting to find a potential engage for his team, but 9 minutes 30 seconds is on the clock. 30 seconds away from the shadow objectives on both top side and bot side river.
Okay, Darfin's gonna be part of the team fight now for WeTrend. Now for BTR, I think they're focused on again clearing the minion wave at the bottom lane and probably dive in at the middle lane just in case they wanna go for an engage before this objective. 10 seconds before the objectives will spawn in our map, and still BTR is able to sustain or continuously have this lead against WeTrend.
They're going to start on the Tyrant, the Shadow Tyrant, massive damage boost and movement speed for BTR, but look at the Heaven and Earth for what? A save from Neil! They're gonna fall back again, look at that formation, BTR is gonna fight back, Orange gonna flash out, Arise! Akan, langsung hilang, Arise dipulangkan, langsung, Arise gets taken down again. Right now, WeTrend has to fall back, and that's what we say in Indonesia. We say dipulangkan, and Arise does it again. Gets taken down, no jungle for WeTrend.
Tubs was the key deciding factor here, pushing Arise, allowing Zankyu and Neil to find that Shadow Tyrant. Right now, Bigatron, the boys in red, in a much more demanding position in this Game 5.
Yep, and Zankyu is having a great game of his life with a 9.5k goal on this game as compared to the Jing or Arise at 7.5. So the efforts of WeTrend are being negated now by Bigatron, by Vitality because of that team fight. It all started with Tubbs D on this Guan Yu, and it might do it again on the bottom lane, but Maze is able to escape that. Now for Bigatron by Vitality, this is a time we're in. They could prioritize on maximizing the bushes and have a surprise play against WeTrend.
Bigatron's role right now, remove all the outer towers against WeTrend Esports and then get that Shadow Overlord, force those high grounds, get that game-winning lead to push this game into a 3-2 overall score. That is what they exactly need to do for the IKL region.
Wow, Arise is holding one bush, the gateway to Shadow Overlord, but right now two of Strength open that vision. Zankyu engages really fast with that outburst of damage for that Shadow Overlord. The Universal Law from that Ziya won't reach that Shadow Overlord, and with that pushing potential, BTR has an ending chance.
That is yet another objective that BTR has taken against WeTrend. So for WeTrend, we haven't seen yet those amazing plays coming in from Darfin. It's because BTR is not giving them the chance. And aside from Zankyu on the lead in terms of gold, we have other players as well just dealing damage and wreaking havoc against WeTrend.
WeTrend here, Maze on towards the bottom side, acting as that split push unit here. With the front end here, you can start to see the vision, the play coming in from Ornson on that shot, putting the damage on towards the tower here. That is the first tier 3 to fall in the hands of WeTrend.
Oh no, Syndicate, he has no Heaven and Earth form, no damage boost and defensive boost right now for WeTrend. And right now, Bigatron knows that they have to back off, they have to wait for the big objectives, and they are gonna disengage.
And even on that high ground take from Bigatron by Vitality, you could see a difference in terms of the area of effect on the skills for majority of the heroes for both teams. And Bigatron by Vitality is just maximizing on that, capitalizing on everything.
Syndicate here has to force out the flash here. Tubs backing away from safety here. That is a aggressive spell being burned out by the side of WeTrend Esports.
Yep.
Definitely. So as to why for Bigatron by Vitality, they want to go again for another aggressive play or probably more on the pokes, just to be sure that for WeTrend, they won't have the chance or standing ground to position themselves on the next objective. Okay, we could see that for Maze is very consistent on clearing the minion wave. Somebody has to catch him that if you are Bigatron by Vitality.
I agree. The pressure that BTR is giving right now is choking WeTrend out, and the zoning is starting to go out on WeTrend. WeTrend is gonna have a difficult time to get on this Tyrant.
Crucial kill attempt coming in from Arise. He does get the steal. Team fight in favor still coming in.
Maze.
4v4 up front with the top side being the additional wave here. Right now you can see Zankyu marching straight directly towards that mid lane here with a direct 4v5 up front. This might just be the game-winning push.
They're gonna try. They're gonna try to defend, but WeTrend, they need a miracle.
Yeah, definitely. It was a crucial steal, by the way, for WeTrend. And a good thing for them is that the minion wave at the top lane is slowing, but look at the pressure coming in from Bigatron by Vitality. And the thing is that for WeTrend, they have that clear minion wave kit. You have the universal laws. You even have a Darfin. So this will be stretched probably into 2 more minutes. But Bigatron by Vitality, they're just covering all the areas of the map.
Yeah, Bigatron isn't scared of Arise right now. Look at Neil. He has that splendor, he has that immunity. He won't be targeted easily. And with the combo of the stun from that Ormston himself, Arise needs to be careful for that initiation.
As the game goes longer for the side of WeTrain Esports, they have the direction of Maze going on for those split pushes here. So if you keep losing these objectives like BTR, things could get very messy going for that late game.
Yeah, definitely. And speaking of late game, now that Aaron is currently at level 17, it's now revealed that Dorfin has taken the Sanctify, so expect a lot of damage.
Ooh, but Arise, 1v1 situation from Arise, and Arise have to fall back. Ormston connects to the backline. Aaron is taken down. Aaron needs to fall back. And look at that top. What a flank from top. Double knockback combo from BTR. And now, almost everyone from WeTrend is gone. One last push for BTR.
1v4 situation in favor of the robots. Bigatron hailing from IKL wants to push this game into a game number 6 as IKL's BTR gets the game-winning push.
It's the same story from our matchup yesterday. Indonesia and Philippines giving